Alrighty. Hello, YouTube. This is my first time actually coming live on YouTube. But I do a ministry called Painted Prayers, and I had some backgrounds of paintings that for people that I prayed for. And this video is the final reveal of those paintings. If you want to check me out on Facebook, you can. It's Laurelyn A. I'll put it in the comments. Laurelyn A. And yeah, you can look me up on there. And if you would like a painted prayer, I have a suggested donation of $60 and then $15 for shipping of one of these. But most people find them very encouraging, and I love doing them. So yeah, feel free to add your name to my hat, and I can explain more later. But anyway, this video is just kind of a redo of one that I had on Facebook earlier that was frozen in a lot of different spots, and I wasn't happy with the quality, so I'm trying it through YouTube instead. So, Adam, I think we'll just start with you once again. And this was your final reveal. So you have a look at it. So, just one sec here, guys. So when I was painting your background, it was a green canvas, and there was some aggression to my paint strokes, and I just felt this like motivator, this strength in you, just to say, keep going, and don't give up. And there was an aggression to the painting, and it was green and loud, and a warrior and breakthrough and a blowing off of your gifting. And so as I was praying over it, I felt to paint the Hulk, or someone who's like the Hulk. And I called this painting, Adam, the Avenger, or Avenger. And the Hulk is like the embodiment of everyone who has been bullied and been unable to fight back. He represents the anger that people feel when they are helpless to stop something bad from happening. So there's a quote. It says, "Demons run when a good man goes to war." And that there's only one thing that can fight. Like in the movie trailer there was a line that really stood out to me for you. And it was, there's only one thing that can fight that thing, that monster, and it's in me. And so it was like this recognition that that what's in you is capable and strong and able to overcome, and able to pick up that which is weak and to surround and gather it up and say, you know what, don't quit breathing life into it. We're going to keep fighting. We're going to keep moving forward with this kind of thing. So green is associated with springtime, freshness, hope, rebirth, renewal, and everlasting. In Ezekiel chapter 17, it says, after this, the Amalekites came and attacked Israel. Go out and fight, for tomorrow I will stand on the hilltop with the staff of God in my hands. And as long as Moses held up his hands, Israel prevailed against the Amalekites. But as soon as he lowered them, Amalek prevailed. And when Moses' hands grew heavy, Aaron and Hur held up his hands so that his hands remained steady until the sun went down. And Joshua overcame the Amalekites on that day in the field. And there was a memorial that was put into place that said that spot was going to be called "The Lord is my banner." He is the one who leads me into battle. He is the one who goes before me and who creates my way and strengthens me so that I can take on this battle. And so out of that place, it was just James chapter 1, verse 4. It says, let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete and not lacking in anything. So there's this certain amount of maturity and perseverance that comes with your gifting and what God is calling you to do. And he's like, let perseverance, like it's like a loyalty or steadfastness or even a stubbornness to the cause. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete and not lacking in anything. And then Colossians chapter 1, verse 13, it says that he has rescued us from the dominion of darkness and has brought us into the kingdom of his beloved Son, in whom we have redemption and forgiveness of sins. If this painting was a verse, that verse would sum it up. It's that he has rescued us from the dominion of darkness and brought us into the kingdom of his beloved Son, in whom we have redemption and the forgiveness of sins. And and that's like, I think at the center of what I sense is over you. It's this calling for redemption. It's this calling for rescue. It's this calling for standing up for what is good and defeating what is not so good. But there's this strength, like a supernatural strength, and hence the reason why I painted the Hulk for you, because it's a strength that comes from God and not from you. And I just wanted to clarify that, because my other video was rather frozen in parts, and I wanted you to hear the whole thing. And then the second painting was for Samuel. It was called Target. And it was like if you were standing under a tree and looking up there, and you would see a branch that would be connected to the trunk of the tree, and the armpit of that branch, of all the times that my phone would ring, it would be right now, right? Of course. I think that's just an alarm. Give me a sec here. Yeah, so it was like the armpit of a tree. It was a place of joining, of social acceptance, and of a revealing of intentions, good and bad. For example, to follow this track south until it branches into two. It's a place of joining. And there was this like verse that stood out to me for you. It's in Proverbs chapter 3, Proverbs chapter 3. My son, do not forget my teaching, but keep my commandments with all your heart. For they will prolong your life and many years and bring you into prosperity. Let your love and faithfulness never leave you. Find them around your neck and write them and write them on the tablet of your heart, and then you will win favor and a good name in the sight of God and man. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding, for in all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. Some of the words that I had for you while I was painting this Samuel, there's this darkness and there's this light, and it's like kind of a continuous thing. There's also a blood covering over it, where I just feel like he has covered you with his blood. There's a certain timing to this target and joining and reconciliation. And so there's a target, armpit, branch, war, that you're marked for a special cause, a special assignment, inscribed, love, leadership, planned event, and blood covering. If this painting could be summed up in one verse, it was Colossians chapter 1, verse 20. And that was, and through him to reconcile himself to all things, whether on earth or things in heaven, by making peace through his blood shed on the cross. So there's this certain bringing together, acceptance, joining together, reconciliation, timing, discernment. All these things is what I was feeling over you, Samuel. So, target. target, and in the branch of a tree, which is firmly rooted in who God is, you know, and firmly rooted and established. There's a target. So yeah, I hope that blesses you. Wadi, your painting was a little unusual. Just let you have a quick look at it. So I call this sovereign chemistry, and there was a number of words that came with this painting. But first of all, like, it's a picture of a universe with planets in the background, and in it there's like these chess pieces that have been moved around, and I felt like that the Lord wants to give you a larger perspective on some of the strategic things that he's moving in and out of your life, like a chess match. There's some unexpected happenings. Like, while they were puzzling over this, these two men in radiant apparel stood beside them. And there was this vision and this strategy and influence and rolled out, and a science, an experiment, a logical, calculated chemistry, exploration, perspective, and view. If this painting was to be summed up in one verse, it would be, again, Colossians 1, verse 17. It says that he is before all things, and in him all things hold together. He is the head of the body of the church, and he's the beginning and the firstborn among the dead, so that in all things he may have preeminence. For God was pleased to have all his fullness dwell in him and through him. And so it's like in Colossians 1:25, it says, I became its servant by the commission that God gave me to fully proclaim the word of God to you, the mystery that has been hidden for generations, but is now revealed to the saints. For God has chosen to make known the glorious riches of this mystery, which is Christ in you, the hope of glory. And I feel like you're one that's going to declare the mysteries of God in this way, the richness of who he is, the hope of glory. And that logical science kind of way of thinking that you have, that's how God's going to use you to expand the view and to bring the strategy and the logic of, and yet it comes from him. It comes from a place that goes beyond you, you know. So yeah, he is pleased to have his, there's a witness that you have because of who you are, you know, and I just hope that speaks to you. So yeah, feel free to message me, you guys, if any of these, if you want to talk any more about any of these. I am open to discussion. Thank you for watching, and I'm going to try to figure out the Facebook issue next round. All right. Okay. Bye.